hospital, did you call your parents? How did that happen? How did that all happen?
So the thing is, when in the moment of the accident, I was able to get my own self from out the car.
Okay.
So I got out the car. I seen like one witness. She ran up to me. I tried to find my phone. I couldn't find my phone at the time, so she gave me her phone to call my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mom didn't answer, so I called my dad. My dad answered. I told him what happened, and he was going to meet me where the accident occurred.
Mm-hmm.
However, the EMS dude, he said I was on the way to the hospital, so just meet me at the hospital.
Yeah.
Then my mom had found out through my dad, and I guess she didn't answer because she didn't know the number, because I called off the witness phone because I couldn't find my phone.
Yeah.
So I got to the hospital. It was packed. I got the shins. They put me out, basically out in the open because there were no rooms. It was full.
Yeah.
But they did scans. They ran scans and everything, and they basically said everything came back fine. But I was still in pain, though. After an accident, you're gonna be in pain.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because the year before I had just got my braces off, and I recently had gotten into another accident the year before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because that accident happened March 4th of 2021, and this happened April 4th of 2022. So my tooth was pushed up, my tooth got pushed up. I had to go to the dentist the next day after I left the hospital. After they said everything was fine, they discharged me to go home.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go to the dentist the next day so they could push my tooth back into place because my tooth was out.
Wow.
From my accident. After that, I was really home. I was out of work, and
hold on. Thank you, Yahweh. I just noticed both of those accidents, right?
Mm-hmm.
In those accidents, your mouth was attacked.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep. The first accident, I didn't talk about the first accident in Jacksonville. But the first accident in Jacksonville, drunk on a weekday during school. I was supposed to be in my dorm. I was supposed to be in my dorm. However, my friend wanted to go out to a party at the club or whatever. And I said, you know what? I'm finished with my work. I can party. I can have a little fun. So it was a Thursday night. We went to the club. Got sloppy drunk off Hennessy, and I used to drink my liquor straight.
Ian, dog. That's so funny. That's so good, man. What?
I used to drink my liquor straight, and look how small I am. So I'm telling you, one cup would get me there. But however, I had more than one cup. I had like 2 or 3 cups turned into 4, 5.
Oh man!
I almost had a whole bottle in my hand because someone at the time, the people I was around, I was around older people, so they can get liquor, purchase it, and it really didn't matter at that point. But walked out the club let out at like 2 a.m. Walked out, I saw this dude, them electric scooters. That be downtown in Gainesville that people be riding around. So I saw him, didn't know him from a can of paint. I saw him on the electric scooter just riding around, and all of a sudden I said, hey, I want to get on with you. So he stopped. I got on with him, and I remember riding down the hill, and he was going so fast to the point where I asked him, I felt like I was getting sober a little bit because I was getting scared. I don't know you, you're going too fast, can you slow down for me? So he said no. So when he said no, I said, hold on, no. So I'm gonna get myself off this scooter.
Wait, hold on. When he said no, what you thought was gonna happen?
Listen, I saw a hill. I felt myself going down a hill. I said, no, I like I love my life.
Yeah.
So I ain't know what was gonna happen. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get myself off the scooter. So I tried to plunge off the scooter, messed around and dived and hit the concrete face forward. My teeth, everything. All you seen was blood. Like, my teeth was messed up, my teeth was cracked. Mind you, I had just got my braces off a year prior. My knee was skinned, my arm was skinned, and mind you, everybody at the club that I was like with prior to the club getting out, they saw everything. So everybody was just looking like, oh God, what happened to her? Like, what happened to her? What she did? How this happened? We just saw her in the club.
Yeah.
So, that night, my friend had to call my parents early that morning. Like, mind you, it was like 2:30. So I had to go back to my dorm. I was crying. Like, I was going ballistic. I was drunk on top of that. So, and I was an emotional drinker. So automatically I started crying.
Yeah.
So one of my friends had to call my parents like early that morning, and they had to rush to me early the next day. I had to get emergency surgery on my mouth, 4 root canals and 4 crowns were the outcome of that. Thank God it was nothing more like extensive that I had to get, even though the root canals and the crowns was like expensive as it was. But thank God, like, I didn't face no traumatic injuries like how I did in my car accident. But the thing about that is, the revelation I get from out of that scooter accident is crazy how it happened a year apart. Cause it's like, was God trying to get my attention then, and I didn't listen, so the accident happened, like another accident happened to get my attention again, but I didn't listen. Going back to the car accident, April 4th of 2022, I said I wanted to go to a party that weekend. Revelation from that accident in 2022, I felt as if God wanted to stop me from going, but I still went anyway. Even with my injuries, even though I knew I wasn't supposed to go, wasn't supposed to drive, I still went. And after that, I was still partying, still drinking. Even after I had gotten to the 2 accidents, it seemed as if, the accidents happened in vain. Like, you ain't listened then, so what you still doing? But yeah.
Wow, but yeah, that's crazy. And the reason why I brought up the mouth thing was because I don't like to give the enemy credit for the enemy is the enemy, that people love doing that. But I would say in both situations of your experience, whether it was because of disobedience or whatever, but your mouth was attacked, and that is because the words that you have to speak, the things and the ministry that's going to flow from this, it's powerful. And your mouth was attacked because it could have been where you couldn't talk right anymore. Right. You could say some stuff, but you couldn't speak clearly. Right. And that could have stopped the move of ministry. But even in disobedience and still pushing forward with your own personal plan and agenda and desires, like, he still protected not only your physical body, but he protected the mouthpiece that would speak for him. Right. And that's so crazy how in those situations, both times.
Right. A year apart.
Both times.
March 4th of 21, April 4th of 22.
And then don't her smile look good, y'all? Don't her smile look good? Shoot, boy, she almost made me want to go get some veneers or something, boy. Yeah, but that's crazy. Yeah, okay. So those are the 2 accidents. So now you're on the back end of the recovery from the second one. Okay.